Finally getting around to showing you this before and after of our 2015 Keystone Montana High Country. So when we first bought this, it did not need any work to the outside of it. The shell was just perfect condition. It was really all cosmetic work that needed to be done until we brought it home. And was very frustrated with myself. However, it ended up working out. I learned something new. I learned how to fix fiberglass. I did do a video on that. I'm no professional, but if you ever come across having to repair fiberglass, you can check that video out. So before that accident, the only thing that it needed was cosmetic work on the inside, and it needed a deep cleaning. So let's take a look at what the kitchen living area looked like before we renovated. Alrighty, walking through. This is what you get for $6,000. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Oh my. Julianne, I got a job for you.
Oh my god, it's so disgusting. It's not funny, it's so disgusting. Oh my god. There's freaking so many bugs in here. Oh.
Who does this?
I don't know, but I don't even want to open the lower part because I know that's worse. Why am I doing this?
Now that you got a good view of what it looked like before, let's take a look at what it looks like now. All right, first thing you're gonna notice when you walk in here, obviously the whole thing was painted, and we had to redo the floors on this as well. That's just because the smell in here was pretty bad. So in the kitchen area, we left the microwave, but we replaced the stove just to kind of update it a little bit. We did our backsplash that we like to do because of the magnetic items we can put on it. So that's kind of the kitchen area. This fridge here, this was probably the worst part of this whole project. It was left full of food that was just rancid. My wife had the pleasure of cleaning it out. And let me tell you, it was disgusting. But we do love this fridge because it's one of those double fridges. A lot of room. Moving on to our living room area, we did replace, there was a futon here, and we replaced that with some RV furniture, and then we also put in the couch. We prefer the RV furniture. I know a lot of people, when they do their renovations, they put in actual furniture, but let me know in the comments what you think. Do you prefer RV furniture, or you prefer the real furniture? As far as ease of putting this in and installing it, the RV furniture is nice because it comes apart and you can fit it through the doors. And these are really comfortable. They have the heated seats and the massaging seats. We added a coffee table in here just for some added storage. We have blankets in here. We did install a 40-inch TV. When we were thinking about this, we don't have a whole lot of countertop space, so we kind of repurposed the space behind the TV for our coffee bar. in the morning when we're done drinking coffee, just put the TV back. Up here, we ended up taking the doors off up here. The reason is we kind of just like the open shelves, but then I also repurposed the doors when I built the bathroom cabinet and a cabinet in the bedroom. So we got the dinette chairs. We got the dinette chairs and the couch from Rec Pro. We find them to be really comfortable, and that's kind of one of the reasons we went with this style. The second reason was because we can make this into a bed if we need a little bit more sleeping space, since there really is only one bed in this camper. We had to build this table, which we think it came out pretty nice, and it just kind of ties everything in here. Then we come over here, and of course I always have to have my bar. This one I didn't have to build one, it already had a bar I always like, but we do use this foam to keep our glasses from falling and breaking. Alright, now we're going to move into the bathroom. I'll show you a little bit of the before, what it looked like. It smells pretty gross in here. It was kind of a mess. We had to replace the sink and cabinet in there. They'd cut a hole out of the door and there was kind of an odor we couldn't get out, so I had to rebuild that. Let's take a look at the bathroom now. So in here, the stuff that we did, we added new lighting, built this cabinet, did a new countertop, installed this vessel sink. As I said earlier, I repurposed these doors from the back of the camper, and I could reuse this one from the other cabinet. For the shower, ended up just adding a glass shower door, which it came out really nice. Finally, going into the bedroom, here's what the room looked like before. Now we're going to head upstairs. As you can see, I had built a new door for the bedroom. When you enter, again, you'll notice all new paint. I installed the pot lights that we like to put in that are dimmable. Installed new carpet. The bed frame was kind of half there. Only half the frame was there, so I had to reconstruct the bed frame, which we did build with storage underneath. It was missing the side tables. With these, I had a little fun building them. I built them so they have a little secret compartment. There's a little switch back here, and it's a speed race. But yeah, I built these so they had a little secret compartment. Not so secret now. Underneath here, we installed some reading lights that have some USB ports on them for charging purposes if you'd like. But I also put charging ports down here for our phones. And then we also added this padded headboard. If we move over to this side, this was missing, so I just kind of built it to what I thought was here before. I reused the doors from the back of the camper, the ones that I repurposed, and then built his and her hampers right there. Didn't do a whole lot in the closet, but I'm going to show it to you. It's just put some new carpet and painted it, but it's a pretty good sized closet. It's actually got a space for a washer dryer combo, and then we also put in our vacuum cleaner in here. There it is. That is our before and after of this 2015 Keystone Montana High Country. The exterior of this camper, the shell, the bones of it were really good. So we really just had to work on the interior. The majority of this camper was cosmetic, a lot of painting. Had to build a few things, but overall we love the way it turned out, and they acquired several more campers, so follow me to the next project. As always, thanks for watching, appreciate it.